morning. Welcome back to the show. James Rule, XRP. I tell you what, I'm going to sum it up for you real quick, but we're going to go over it. Banks and financial institutions in the United States now have the green light to custody XRP, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies in the United States, baby. The news came out after I made my video last night. We're going to go over it. We're going to get excited. We are going to get very excited because I tell you what, in the last 4 to 5 days since Trump has been in office, so many amazing things have happened. And yesterday, the crypto executive order and everything else blew up like crazy and people were going nuts. People were saying, what is crypto? How do I get crypto? What is Bitcoin? What is XRP? My phone's ringing. Yeah, I remember you told me about it 5 years ago, blah, 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 blah. People were going crazy. Now, before we get started, I am not a financial advisor. I'm a cryptocurrency teacher, educator. I've been doing this for 5 years. I love doing what I do. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's go ahead and get into it. Today's episode is sponsored by Uphold. Uphold is a cryptocurrency broker / exchange with hundreds of cryptocurrencies. They have many different offers. Click on the link below. Tell them James Rule, XRP sent you by. All right, we're looking at the numbers today. Everything is starting to get green again, baby. Market cap, 3.7 trillion. Bitcoin, 105,000. Ethereum, 3,400. XRP is right at the 320 mark, $3.19. Then you got all these others. Solana, Binance Coin, Doge, Cardano, Stellar, HBAR, VeChain, Algo. All of the use case utilities I have bookmarked on Coin Paprika. If you click on return rates here, you're going to see what these tokens have done in a year's time. I mean, look at XRP up 517% for the year, for the quarter, 524%, for 30 days, 46%. Do your 401ks do this? No, they do not. That's why everybody is jumping into cryptocurrency. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's look at the news and let's have some fun. Now, before we take a look at the news, I want you to be aware that there are James Rule XRP imposters on YouTube answering comments in my YouTube videos. I very seldom reply to comments unless I say, hey, thank you, how's it going? I never recommend you doing anything. I never recommend you doing any airdrops, any click here, I'll show you how to make a lot of money. And they're replying to the comments on my YouTube videos. And if you look right here, hope you do great things, James. Your updates are on fire, and I liked it, and I loved it. And yes, a scammer at James Rule XRP with an S at the end put all this other bullshit in there. I'll respond to your questions. Thanks for reaching out, blah, blah, blah. So I blocked this individual. They're out there. They're imposters on X. There's imposters on Facebook. There's imposters on YouTube. There's imposters on Instagram. You just got to be careful. Trust no one. Do not believe the hype in the comments of the video. Also, I was watching YouTube this morning. So
that could help you grow your wealth.
So the scammers on YouTube are a bunch of dumbasses. Okay, this is Rosie Rios. Rosie Rios was the 43rd treasurer of the United States. If you pull out a $20 bill, $100 bill in the United States, most likely you're going to see Rosie Rios' signature on it. Now, these idiots decided to use Rosie Rios as the speaker here, this AI generated thing, and watch this shit.
That could help you grow your wealth. My name is James Wallace, and I'm one of the...
This is not James Wallace, people. James Wallace works for Ripple. Rosie Rios is not with Ripple. She is on the board of directors, and Ripple is not giving away free XRP. Trust no one, people. I'm going to play a little bit more, and we're going to go on.
Co-founders of Ripple. I want to share an important update with you. Instead of burning the 100 million XRP like we originally planned, we've decided to give this amount back to you as a thank you for your amazing support.
Nope.
We're using the latest technology to make sure this offer is safe and reliable.
Nope. Never give your crypto to an unknown wallet. Never send your XRP to an unknown wallet. You're not going to get anything back in return. Don't believe the hype, people. Don't believe the hype. These scammers are sorry piece of shits. And karma is going to have their way with them at the end because people are falling for this bullshit. They're clicking on the links. They're scanning the QR codes. They're sending their XRP to an unknown wallet, and they're losing it all. All right, let's get excited. Ellie Terrett, Fox Business. Breaking, the SEC has officially rescinded SAB 121. Summary, the Staff Accounting Bulletin, SAB, rescinds the interpretive guidance included in Section FF of Topic 5 in the Staff Accounting Bulletin series entitled Accounting for Obligations to Safeguard Crypto Assets an Entity Holds for Its Platform Users. In other words, the banks will now be able to custody your cryptocurrency in the United States. They'll be able to hold your Bitcoin, your XRP, your Ethereum, your VeChain, your whatever. Hester Peirce is with the SEC. Bye SAB 121. It's not been fun. Staff Accounting Bulletin number 122 is correcting this. I said cheers, and Jeremy Hogan said, Commissioner Hester Peirce, I sense a new pep in your step. All right, here's an article, investing.com, that kind of goes over SAB 121. It says Trump's SEC rescinds SAB 121 requirement for crypto accounting. And we're going to go over it real quick, and you're going to get a better understanding of what SAB 121 is, what SAB 122 did to rescind it, and how the banks are now going to be able to custody crypto. It says the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC for short, under new leadership chosen by President Donald Trump, announced the withdrawal of a controversial framework that outlines strict disclosure requirements for financial firms holding crypto. The SEC issued Staff Accounting Bulletin 122, which rescinds SAB 121 and allows financial institutions that hold crypto on behalf of their customers to determine whether to declare the held digital assets as a liability. SAB 121 required crypto custody providers and exchanges to treat customer holdings as both an asset and as a liability, with the latter being based on the high risks associated with holding crypto. But this was a major sticking point for crypto firms who had opposed the bulletin due to its alleged complication of accounting practices, which also served to restrict firms from holding crypto. SAB 121, which was implemented in 2022, was also overturned by Congress, but was kept in place by a veto by former President Joe Biden. Go figure. And Elizabeth Warren was so far up his ass, this is what happened. Quote, bye-bye SAB 121. It's not been fun, SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce said in a social media post, which I just showed you. The rescinding of SAB 121, which came under acting SEC Chair Mark Uyeda, reflects Trump's friendlier stance towards digital assets, which the president had touted during his campaigning. Uyeda had also publicly opposed SAB 121 during former SEC Chair Gary Gensler's term. Who's Gary? Who is that? Gensler, who had carried out largely enforcement-driven stance on crypto, regulation by enforcement, stepped down from the SEC earlier this week. Bye-bye, Gary. Bye-bye, Gary. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, buddy. The SEC earlier this week announced the formation of a task force aimed at helping inform crypto regulation. Trump also signed an executive order yesterday calling for the formation of a national digital asset reserve, although he didn't explicitly mention Bitcoin or XRP. Get excited, people. I'll tell you what, some amazing things are happening. David Sachs is the new crypto czar. David Sachs handed the executive order to President Trump yesterday to sign to make the United States the crypto capital and AI capital of the world. Well, David Sachs posted this yesterday. He was interviewed by Fox Business. It's a 6-minute video. I'm going to end the video with this. I hope everybody has an amazing day. Hold on tight to your crypto. He says, today, President Trump signed executive orders to make the U.S. a global leader in both crypto and AI. I appeared on Fox Business to discuss, and we're going to play it. And y'all have a great day. I'm James Rowe XRP, and I told you so.
The man the president says is the man. David, thank you for joining us, first of all. Second of all, is this promises made, promises kept? Because Donald Trump said on July 27th that he would stop federal agencies from targeting the crypto industry. He made good on that promise today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, President Trump campaigned to be the first crypto president. He gave a now famous speech in Nashville where he described how he was going to change the regulatory environment for crypto. And he has now acted on that promise. He signed this executive order today. He's directed our working group to produce a regulatory framework that's going to encourage innovation in crypto in the United States, keeping the industry onshore rather than driving it offshore, which is what was happening under the Biden administration.
I want to get to that framework in just a second. First, the executive order halts what President Trump calls aggressive enforcement actions and overreach. What is he talking about there?
Yeah, well, Edward, for the last 4 years, the Biden administration has basically prosecuted and persecuted crypto companies, really driving them offshore. I've heard so many outrageous stories by founders, by entrepreneurs. The Biden administration would not tell them what the rules of the road were, and they would then get prosecuted. And what the industry wants more than anything else is regulatory clarity. They're saying, just tell us what the rules are, we will abide by them. And the Biden administration would never do that. And because of that, all the innovation was basically moving offshore, and America was about to lose this technology of the future. And we want that innovation happening here in the United States, and I think it now will happen in the United States because President Trump has declared that the U.S. must be the crypto capital of the world.
So it creates this working group that you will chair. What will you be looking for, and what type of guidelines are you looking to put out?
Yeah, so a few areas. So number one, market structure. We need to define what is a security, what's a commodity, what's a digital asset or collectible. So there's a few different categories here. So defining the market structure is important. Second area is stable coins. I think stable coins are a really interesting area. It gives us the opportunity to extend the dollar's dominance internationally. We can basically create a digital dollar that people all over the world will use. And then the third area that we're going to look at is we're evaluating this national stockpile for digital assets. We haven't created it yet, but we're going to study that issue.
So looking at the stockpile, haven't made the decision to go forward? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. Yeah, we're going to evaluate that. We have not decided to do it yet. But we need to study that.
Is crypto an asset or a currency then?
Well, when you're talking about digital assets, it can be multiple things. I mean, you've got digital assets that are securities, you've got digital assets that are commodities, you've got digital assets that are collectibles like NFTs or meme coins. So, you're talking about a whole vast area of innovation. And so digital assets can be a number of different things. And that's why you need a clear regulatory framework that says, which areas are which. What are the definitions? And that's what founders need. Founders just need clarity around those definitions. They need to know what the rules of the road are so that they can abide by those rules and be confident that if they succeed in the United States, they're not going to get arbitrarily prosecuted.
So how far is the U.S. behind, do you believe, the rest of the world, and how fast will this help catch up?
We're going to catch up really fast. I mean, the innovation was starting to move offshore. There are places like Singapore, even places in Europe that were ahead of us. But now I think it's going to change very fast. Really, if you look at Silicon Valley and the technology industry in general, the U.S. leads in virtually every category, and crypto is one of the few exceptions. And I think that's going to be very, very quickly rectified because of President Trump's executive order today.
I want to get your take on the Trump coin, which started right before he took office. Are you concerned about a conflict of interest there?
I don't think so. I think the Trump coin is a collectible. Like I mentioned, there's different categories of digital assets. That's a collectible. It's like a baseball card or a stamp. People buy it because they want to commemorate something. So this is just my personal opinion. I'm not a regulator, but my personal opinion is that it's totally fine.
So this executive order bans agencies from developing a central bank digital currency. Why is that?
Well, CBDCs are a real threat to freedom and liberty. What you're talking about there is moving to a central bank digital currency that would be run out of Washington by the Fed and would basically gradually replace cash and catalog everybody's transactions. And it could lead to new laws and dictates about how people spend their money. So I think people are very concerned that that could be an Orwellian path to go down. No one wants to go down that path. And I think we can create stable coins, basically digital dollars, without doing that. So the executive order is really clear. We want to create a regulatory framework for stable coins, but we don't want to go down the path of CBDCs.
But a digital currency for a government could be competition to Bitcoin. Did that play into that decision?
Well, I mean, any government can create a stable coin. So, but I think the U.S. Dollar is already the world's reserve currency. So I'm not really worried about competition there. I just want to extend, or I believe that what we should be doing is extending the dollar's dominance into digital areas, extend it online. And I think that could actually create trillions of dollars of demand for U.S. treasuries. It could be really useful to us in basically supporting our debt and also bringing down long-term interest rates.
David, in the last 30 seconds we have, you are also the AI, the artificial intelligence czar. The executive order was signed on that, making U.S. the capital of artificial intelligence. What does that mean going forward?
Well, like the president said at Davos today, we want to be number one. We want to be the global capital in artificial intelligence as well as crypto. These are two areas that are absolutely vital for the future. They're both cutting-edge technologies. The Biden administration had passed this 100-plus page EO of burdensome regulation. It was just unnecessarily cumbersome. The industry hated it. They were complaining about it. President Trump promised to rescind that Biden EO. He's done that now, and we're going to replace it with something much better.
Taking the gloves off, we'll see, and we'll see what comes out of what you guys decide. David Stax, thank you. As the president described the guy, I appreciate it.
Thank you.